Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love. Beyond.
Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, relationships, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love like us. I'm Miss April.
I'm Jen. Back from the plague.
Sorry. And today is episode 141. Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, our holiday episode number 1. Part 1, I should say. No, holiday part 1.
Part 1. Sorry, we missed you guys last week. Hope you guys were all caught up. I'm sure you had holiday shopping to do anyway. But the plague got me, a.k.a. the flu. So, we're here now. I'm trying to think of anything exciting going on. I read this really good article I posted on the Bed Love Beyond page about how Offset, his grand gesture to Cardi B, was like kind of not like abusive, but like
When he went on stage during her performance?
Yeah.
Okay.
like kind of manipulative, and that women shouldn't stand for that shit. Like you can't do something like really fucked up, like cheat, and then come back around and be like, but look at all these grand, wonderful things I did for you. And I really respect Cardi B because she didn't fall for the okie doke. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I was looking at her like, I don't know what she's feeling inside, but outside, she looks pissed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's working. Like, she just looks pissed. On the radio, Rosenberg said something interesting. He said he did it in a moment that was like her moment. Like it was like a kind of a big thing to her to have her own set at that moment, and like the crowd was really into her, and he took that moment away from her.
Right.
Because I guess it was like, I don't know where she's performing or what this is.
I didn't know if rolling out or rolling whatever was like the name of the event.
Okay.
Or the name of whatever she was doing. Or if it was the name of the song. I really didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever it was, what I got from it was like, it was a really big honor for her to be doing whatever she was doing.
Right.
And he basically came and tried to like take that away from her. I'm
curious also, like, who did it have to get past for him to get on stage like that? Like,
right.
Who allowed it to? Because if I was like her manager or somebody, I would say nobody's getting on stage without her approval. Nobody. Husband, estranged husband, I don't care who you are.
Right.
Like, you're not getting on stage without her approval. Like, I'm just curious, like, because they had like a cart that they...
What's going on with your mic?
I don't know.
Oh, man. They had a cart, you were saying?
Wait,
hold on. We have technical difficulties.
let me switch. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
The roses were on like a cart, and a young lady pushed them out. It was like, you can't just bum rush that. Like, somebody had to secure
Right.
People had to let you through there in order to
Right. I don't know. I actually
do all that.
I just saw like a little piece of it, but either way, like, that's like almost kind of embarrassing. Like, the whole world knows, first of all, that you wanted to have a threesome with 2 other females that weren't your wife, and we just had a baby. And now just because you're doing this, you want me to turn around and say whatever? And she said somewhere, she's like, I miss the dick, but I don't miss Offset. I was like, well, damn, how good is the dick? Like,
Oh, okay. It says she was making history as the first woman ever to headline Rolling Loud. So that was Rosenberg's point. He said, now I remember and more, he said, instead of that moment being Cardi B being the first woman, that's cool, she was the first woman to headline, it's, Offset jumped on, it's like he stole that little moment in history from her. Because people are talking about him jumping on stage, not talking about that she was the first woman to headline this festival or whatever it is.
Well, the article I posted was basically saying that, like, as women, we don't have to really accept it. Because it's not just Cardi B. I'm sure there's been times in many people's lives where, you know, the guy fucks up and then all of a sudden it's like roses and candy and, you know, all this extra shit and, oh, let's go away on vacation. Or, and you're just like, no, like, this is the shit you should have been doing before. I don't want it now that just because you fucked up. Like, and we shouldn't have to accept it because it is kind of like a form of manipulation. So I was like, oh, this is a really interesting read.
And also in the young lady brought it up in the article you posted. She said, I want to drag everyone who had a hand in this. The Third Amigo, Offset, and Cardi Security, and the Rolling Loud producers, who are all trash for having a hand in this.
And all the other people who were on Instagram who were like, Cardi, take him back, take him back.
And the celebrity, allegedly T.I., 50 Cent, some big names were putting their 2 cents in there. Why? Because they're so faithful. Like,
right, because they're like such great like role models for relationships.
And then the game, I saw a little something where the game was like, oh, like women being so quick to like leave a dude because of like, you know, infidelity. He put like incident or like something happened. That's why so many kids growing up in broken homes. Oh, God. And somebody was like, no, men cheating is like women like, how about the man cheating is the reason why? And then there's a guy that comments on a lot of stuff, Derek Jackson, who said nobody knows how many times she's heard this. Right. But her and him. Nobody knows how many times she's taken him back, how many apologies she's accepted, how many times she said, okay, we'll work it out. Like, nobody besides them know how many times.
And they married or were they just engaged?
Married.
They're married.
They said they are.
Fuck that. You don't have to say sorry. Yeah.
But that's true. I mean, you really don't know. Like, I mean, she seems like one who, yes, she lives in the social media spotlight, and she puts a lot out there on social media. But I have a feeling it's some things she doesn't put out there. Right. So you really don't know.
Because some of that shit's a little embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. So you don't know how many apologies she's accepted. Nobody knows except her.
But 'tis the season, and the season. Anything going on with you, April?
No, not really. No, besides holiday stuff. I just shopped on Amazon. I'm not battling malls and parking lots and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's a little creepy out there.
Well, the holiday season hasn't really been stressful for me.
Yeah, online shopping has definitely like made life easier. Thank you, Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. But anywho's, today we're talking about episode 141, Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, holiday episode part 1. So, we made kind of like a little list here of things that could go wrong or right, and how to handle the holidays when you're in a relationship. Because I know when you're single, it's kind of like you just go to your parents' house, so you do your regular routine, and that is that. But when you're partnered with somebody, sometimes you have to split the holidays, and sometimes there's expectations and a whole bunch of shit that comes with it. And we just figured we'd discuss it a little bit and help you navigate the holiday season, whether it's, is Hanukkah over? Okay, Google, is Hanukkah over?
Hanukkah began in the evening of Sunday, December 2nd, 2018, and ended in the evening of Monday, December 10th, 2018.
Damn, sorry, we missed y'all. So Hanukkah's over, so hopefully you guys navigated that one. But you guys have like 10 days to do shit. No, 8 days. So, I mean, splitting the holiday shouldn't be that hard, but I think there's one big night of dinners. I'm not sure how it goes. We'll have to get someone to tell us. But the holiday right now in question is Christmas. And people go to dinners, some people celebrate on the eve, some people celebrate the day. So we'll just go through our little list. Gift giving. Dun, dun, dun. What was the worst gift you ever got from a significant other?
I've only had one significant other, and he usually gives me something good, something I like, or something I already said I like, but I didn't really expect him to get it.
Have you ever dated anyone who gave you something that you didn't like, or that you were like, where the fuck did they come up with this cockamamie idea?
I don't think so. I do remember, not for Christmas, no. I do remember like a birthday. This guy took us to this weird place to eat. It's just dumb. But yeah, for Christmas, no. I don't ever remember getting like a bad Christmas gift.
I've gotten like weird New Balance sneakers once. They were like really weird. They were like old lady sneakers, and then like this like really bad Arab style like white sweatshirt. And my friend like I remember it was the guy who I dated for 7 years. Like, and I think he brought it to Kathy. He's like, Jen's gonna love this. She's like, Jen never wears white. Like, what? What were you? What are you thinking? And he's like, no, she's gonna love it. She was like, good luck with that, man.
Did he show her the sneakers too?
I don't think so.
No.
Because she would have been like, dude, really? Cause when I was like, I mean, trust me, I wear all black sneakers now most of the time, but back in the day, like, if my sneakers weren't, like, bright, orange, yellow, something bright, crazy, like, I wasn't rocking them. And these were, like, some, like, purple and white, like, soft purple. And white, like, New Balances, like, old lady running shoes. So they were pretty weird.
Now, was this early in the relationship?
No!
Somewhat...
This was, like, 3 years in, I think he bought me, like, the house box set, that, and he just bought some weird shit, and I was just like, not everyone's good at gift giving. Like, some people are really good at gift giving. Like, they really, like, put thought into, like, the person and stuff like that. And some people are just like, well, what does she need, or what does he need, and...
Right, or people kind of give, and sometimes what the person needs may be what they want.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, some people be like, oh, I would love a nice jacket. Like,
Right.
I don't have a jacket, a coat. Or like, I love a coat, you know. But sometimes I think, like, it's the thought that count only should go so far.
Right.
Like, because sometimes it's the thought that count, but what if you put very little thought? Like, because sometimes people are just giving you something just to say they gave you something.
Right.
And that says I'd rather not have anything. If you're going to give me something that's going to collect dust somewhere.
I don't want to waste your money.
Right, and I don't want junk in my house. Because that's what it is, essentially. If it's something you really don't want and you don't like, it's just going to sit wherever you put it. You're not going to use it. You're not going to wear it. You know, so.
My boyfriend now buys weird gifts. Like, I think the TV he bought, he decided we need it. Like, I say, like, oh, I want a bigger TV, but, like, it wasn't, like, the end-all to be-all from my life. And I think, like, part of him was like, yeah, we do need a bigger TV. And so we got one, and he's like, that's what I got you for Christmas. I was like, thank you.
I think he's going to give you something else.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But
I think he knows, like, this is something we're both benefiting from. I should get us something a
but
little more.
he always, like, gets me gifts that, like, he gets me things that are, like useful. Like, one year he was like, you have, like, shitty knives. And I did have shitty knives. So he bought me, like, this, like, nice knife set. It's a weird gift to get from your boyfriend, like, year one, though. It's just fucking strange. Actually, we were together for, like, almost, like, a whole year at that point. But still.
You're confident I'm not going to stab you. Good for you.
You got these really sharp ones. He's pretty okay. I don't remember. My ex-boyfriend, like, he was pretty a decent gift giver. Although the comforter was weird. Some of those practical gifts, like, guys, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard when you're in a relationship and you live together. You're like, oh, she wants a comforter. We need a comforter.
Right.
We're going to get her a comforter. I'm just like, but sometimes those things I like to buy by myself. It's a warm-ass comforter, though.
It's very, like, you want to be, like, a little specific about it.
Right.
Like, I don't like comforters. I wouldn't get something, like, with, like, I don't know, that doesn't match my curtains or something. Like,
right.
I don't want to buy a new comforter and new curtains. I want to get a comforter set that already matches my curtains. So.
It was a plain white comforter. Like, and I wanted a down one, and it was, like, one of those fake downs. Like,
yeah.
I was just like, thanks. It was super warm, though. And then he got me tickets to Bill Cosby one year, prior to the allegation. I would have seen him anyway, and to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. I know he fucked up, but he's still a legend. I was gonna go. So, I don't know.
Things not to get women perfume, unless it's the perfume she wears. You know that's her. Pocketbooks,
no,
bags,
don't do it.
Jewelry, unless she's already pointed to something and said, already pointed to a specific pocketbook or a specific piece of jewelry and said she like it. Clothes, don't buy a woman clothes. All this has the asterisk, unless she picked it out.
Right.
Shoes.
I can't see a guy buying a girl like a pair of heels.
Right.
That's weird.
I would say don't buy anybody a phone. Unless you know for sure they want that specific phone.
Those things they're really not shit you can surprise people with anymore. Like, who's going to the store and dropping like over a G on a phone? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
some people are.
Yeah. Look what I got you. Look how much I spent.
Yeah, some people they're really into that. Like,
I think
big
good gifts
price.
for like beginning of relationships are like kind of things that are like meaningful to each other or to you or to your relationship. You get something made, get something personalized. Sometimes those things are like really cute.
Get something the person said they never had, but they always wanted.
Yeah.
Not a G5 Mercedes wagon, but like
you're like, although if it's in the driveway, whatever.
Right.
I'm not gonna
be mad at you, but like if somebody says like, oh, like I've never had, like I've always wanted, like I don't know, I'm just throwing something out there, popcorn maker.
Right.
Since I was a kid, I always wanted a pop or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I always wanted a game system. I don't know, something like that. You know, like that's something you could get somebody if they say, oh, I always wanted to, you know. I might have told
this story, but for our new listeners, when my mom was little, she had a Mickey Mouse watch, and she said it was like her favorite watch in the whole world, that her grandma gave it to her, and that she was playing on the playground, and the lunch aide was like, oh, Valerie, you don't want to like ruin your watch. Let me have your watch while you're playing, and I'll give it back to you. And so my mom was like, oh, okay. Like, she thought it was a good idea. And when she got back after playing, she was like, Miss So-and-so, can I have my watch back? And the lady was like, I don't have your watch. I don't know what you're talking about. And my mom was like devastated. Keep in mind, my mom's like 60-something years old. So, and she was like devastated.
Trust issues.
My mom don't let nobody hold shit. So my mom was like heartbroken, and she's like, obviously she must have told the story 1,000 times.
Did this lady want the Mickey Mouse watch? Did she give it to her child?
I don't know.
This is an adult, right?
It was gone, yeah, like a lunch aid. What the hell? My mom was a little girl.
That's
so like
horrible.
a couple of Christmases ago, my dad found the Mickey Mouse watch online, because now you can search online and find pretty much anything. And he like bought it and wrapped it and gave it to my mom for Christmas. She was so happy. It was like so sad but so cute.
Right.
And then like she went on and like told the whole story, and this time she's an adult, so she's using curses. She's like, that little fucking bitch stole my watch. I was like, this is a terrible story. Oh my god.
It is.
But
especially that it's an adult. I can see if a kid did something like that. But an adult, that's horrible.
So, but my dad like was a good listener and found the watch. And I thought that was a really cute gift.
I would have cried for her. I'd be like, oh, Mr.
So she opened it up and she was like, I was like, oh my god, this woman's getting sentimental about a fucking Mickey Mouse watch.
Like, yep.
Keep in mind, he has not been able to top that gift.
That's funny.
So,
but that is a good example of something. If somebody just told you a random story, they're not expecting you to go find.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be something you got to search all over the world for. It could just be something like your dad might have, look on Amazon or wherever, eBay, whatever. And it just could be something. It could seem like something simple, but to somebody it could mean a whole lot. So.
Yeah, I got my boyfriend the tiles one year for his keys in his wallet, because I was getting really sick and tired of driving in and out of New York, going to find his wallet that he might have left at work or he might have left in the car. And he was like, this is the best gift I ever got. Now we have not spent any wasted time on lost phones, wallets, or keys.
Right. Subscriptions, too. If you know somebody likes music, you can get them a subscription to Amazon or Apple Music or Google Music. Yeah, one of those things. Or Audible, if you know they like to read and they like to listen to the book. You could get like people's subscription. I mean, like, because if you get like a yearly subscription to most of these things, it's like $100. So depending on how much you want to spend on the gift, but most of these things are like $10 a month. So you're talking about $120.
I mean, if you get something you don't like, is it wrong to say you don't like it?
I don't know. What if the person asks you, do you like it?
Right.
I mean, I feel like if the person, if I realize this person kind of went through something to get it, and I'm just be like, yeah, I'm gonna lie. I'll lie. I would lie. Because it's like, so what if you don't like it? It's not something that you have to, if it's not something you have to wear every day, I mean,
right.
You know, like, I'm not going to wear, like, if I, like, when it comes to, like, my eyeglass frames, like, they have to look good. They have to be a specific type of frame.
Because you wear them every day.
I have to like them. But, like, I don't know if it's something like
a scarf or something.
Yeah, something that you just, you know, what does it matter if you know, yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Just to say, yeah, especially if you know the person didn't just, like, go rummaging through their closet and, like, pull it out from some random bag.
I think if it's a new relationship, and you guys are still kind of getting to know each other, I think he may not really know what to get you, and in the future, maybe you could give him more hints, or he'll get to know you better. And sometimes you just have to accept that some people are just not good gift givers. And some people like giving gifts. It's their love language, so they go over and about, and it's super personal to you, and, you know.
Well, some people, you can tell they tried to get something that, like if you don't like it, it might be that, though, that they came close to something, that they tried to come close.
Right.
Like, they might have heard you say something like, oh, I know you said you like purple. It might be a hideous purple scarf.
If your boyfriend comes with a gift basket of pears, you might want to dump them. I don't know what I'm saying.
Right. Like, why would you think I want this?
Like, Fruit of the Month Club? Fuck off. What else do we got on our little list? Meet the parents. Family for the first time. So a lot of you might be newly dating. Or remember when you were newly dating and the first time this might be the first holiday where your significant other is bringing you to their house, or you're bringing them to your family's house.
Not a good time to introduce, but if you don't have no other choice, I guess, like, because some people live out of town and they're bringing the person with them from where they live, so, yeah. If you live down the street, don't wait till Thanksgiving dinner to introduce this person. Take them down the street to your mama's house before Thanksgiving.
What if they started dating right after Thanksgiving? Their first date was Black Friday.
I wouldn't bring them to Christmas celebration. Nah, bruh. No Christmas, no New Year's. Maybe after that. Maybe. I don't know.
Some people don't celebrate Christmas. Their big holiday is New Year's. Like, they do a big family party and stuff like that. But we'll get to that next week. But anywho, I don't know. Good luck.
I would say my biggest piece of advice would be you go around these new folks and you sit there and listen to every fucking thing that goes on. The mama, the sister, the cousin. You would be amazed at what you learn about your significant other, his family, his parents, his interactions with him, how the mother is, how dad is, how sisters and brother is, like
how he is with them.
Right. If you just sit and listen, just sit and observe. Don't feel like you have to talk a lot, or, you know, but don't be standoffish or antisocial. Try to, you know, socialize with the people. But, like, I don't think you should sit there and looking like you'd rather be somewhere else.
Keep in mind, you do marry the family, so.
Yeah. And try to have, I mean, I don't mean be fake, but I mean, you should kind of try to keep an interested look on your face. Like, I mean, you know, sitting there, like, you know, looking like it's your last day on earth is not going to help your rapport with these people. So you might just kind of, I mean, if you are listening, you probably do have an interested look on your face. But, because sometimes I can get a little like, like, I can look like I'm possibly bored, like, without trying. Like, or without necessarily being bored. It's just my face. I probably look bored, but I'm probably just listening very carefully to what's going on. I'm not necessarily bored.
I'm sitting here quietly judging everything.
Right. Like, I'm not necessarily bored, but sometimes people look at me like, April, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. What the fuck? But, so, I guess, you know, just try not to look like, you know, you don't want to be there. That could happen sometimes.
Do you bring gifts for your boyfriend's parents?
I would try to see, like, oh, does your parents like white wine? Or,
right.
You know, I mean, that's all you could really bring is something. I mean, you don't want to bring food because
Right.
if it's already, like, especially if there's like a cultural element to it, you may not possibly bring food. But yeah, I would ask like, what do your parents? Do your
Can I
parents
bring a bottle?
drink, or should I bring a bottle of wine, or
It's always a good thing to do.
Well, you could bring them other flowers, but I mean that's a little. You don't know if she's allergic to it. She's gonna start sneezing all fucking day. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Here's a
with flowers.
poinsettia. Yeah, I think if it's the first time, it's weird. But I mean, usually the guys are a decent judge. Like I don't
do not give my mom flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a holiday when I first met the parents. I think it was, little fucker. I think it was Thanksgiving though, and then my Christmas I was just like there. But there's so many of them, so it was kind of just like.
And big families are definitely overwhelming, especially when you come from a small one.
Right.
If you come from a big family,
then you're used to it.
Yeah, maybe you just go, right into what you're used to. But if you come from a small family, and it can be overwhelming, and you may sit and kind of look a little, not antisocial, but you might look overwhelmed. Which, I mean, people should kind of understand if you're not used to that. People should kind of understand you, but sometimes it helps to kind of just stand up and
if you're bringing your significant other over to your family, be mindful. Try to include them in the conversation.
Right.
Because I know when we get around our families, it's very easy to just, like, mesh with them and be with them.
Get lost in routine.
Right. Right, but be mindful that, the other person isn't as cool with them, and I know my boyfriend always like tries to like talk to my brother about like something he's watching, or he'll talk to my dad about shit, but I try to like get him involved in the conversation. My family has a tendency to be very loud and start cursing at each other, and my boyfriend's like, "What? Did your aunt just say fuck you to your mom?" I'm like, "Yep, that happened. Welcome. This is it. Hold on tight."
And too, if you're like kind of in an awkward conversation with your boyfriend's mom, like say, how is he as a little boy? She could go on for days. That's the biggest open-ended question you can ask. How was he as a kid? She have stories for days. She'll go on his days. It'll make her very happy to recount him as his childhood. So
that's a really good tip, April.
Yeah. So just ask her. So how was he as a kid? She might bring out photo albums. I know I will embarrass the hell out of my child. We won't have photo albums when we're older, but I'll bust out that iPad.
You're like,
look at him.
Swipe.
This was 2018 with Santa.
He didn't even cry.
No.
Number 3 on our list. If you're Santa's little helper and he's the Grinch. Some people are not into Christmas. Yeah. I'm not this year. But usually I'm like, yay, Christmas music, wrapping gifts, hot chocolate. But then the flu came and I'm like, fuck it all.
I usually don't like Christmas music.
Yeah.
And this year I'm a little obsessed with it.
What?
It's scary.
I've never heard of this.
I usually don't like in the mall, I'm like, ah. But like now I'm like loving like John Legend's Christmas album. But I don't want to hear the regular one. I want to hear like an R&B version of like somebody do like a little jazz version with a big band or something. I don't want the regular people that's been singing it for 100 years. I don't want to hear that one.
You don't want to hear Bing Crosby's Baby It's Cold Outside? Or whoever that is.
No.
Or Winter Wonderland.
I mean, if it comes on, I'm going to be like, all right. Because I'm just into Christmas music this year. Right. I don't know why. But I want to hear, like, I've been listening to, like, Mary J. Blige's Christmas CD and John Legend. And
Sia has a great Christmas album.
It's from this year?
Like last year.
Oh, okay.
She came up with a whole Christmas album. I don't think anyone ever talked about it.
Probably.
But if you
like
of
Sia's albums that she sings herself.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Chandelier.
If you really like Sia's voice, she has a really fun Christmas album.
Are they all original songs that she wrote?
They're all original.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's nothing that you ever heard before, but I feel like it's something that like if you had it on in the background, like as a cleaning music, or if you're having like a little holiday party, it's a nice, like upbeat shit.
I love Sia's voice. I just don't like the songs she sings for herself. Oh. She gives all the good stuff away.
Yeah.
But they probably give her millions of dollars for those songs at this point. She's like, fucking have it. I don't even. People don't even know what the fuck I look like. You can have. because like I listened to like she had an album where she said it was all like things she couldn't sell, basically, and she it was all things she couldn't sell.
Hi, babe.
And I didn't like any of it. It was like one or two songs that was okay. Anywho, I'm gonna download that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because I like her.
Yeah, but some people aren't into Christmas.
Yeah.
Some people are. She's a Grinch. Some days. Although, I think he really, like, I think there's a part of him inside that wanted to, like, put lights in front of the entire house. Because he was like, oh, if you let me, he's like, I'll Griswold this shit. I was like,
I can't imagine him saying that.
We're in a condo. But I think, like, if we had our own house, like, that, like, he'd be on it. Because he said his dad used to, like, do individual lights and, like, outline everything. I think he'd really be into that. So, maybe one day.
Yeah, I'm really feeling the Christmas music for some reason. But there is some originals I do like. Like, I like to hear Donny Hathaway sing this Christmas. I do not like
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
The Mariah Nope. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear that. I've heard it too much. But, like, I do like to hear Donny Hathaway sing this Christmas. I like this Christmas. I like to hear Nat King Cole sing the Christmas song, Chestnuts Rose. I think it's called the Christmas song. I like to hear Nat King Cole sing that and the Temptations Christmas. Like some stuff I like.
A Very Special Christmas is a pretty good album. Those albums. I was listening to Wham today, last Christmas. That's a really good song. Go Wham, 1980, bringing it back.
But yeah, that's surprising for me because usually Christmas.
Now, does Johnson listen to Christmas music or?
Johnson listens to hip hop and compa. And he likes like reggaeton. But I mean, if I put it on, he'll listen. But that's not what he goes to turn on. Yeah. He likes house music too. Reggae.
I wonder if it's any reggae Christmas songs.
Sure, somebody could make one up. But yeah.
I don't know. Buju's out. Anything's possible.
I'm really into Christmas music this season, so I've been enjoying the different Christmas albums.
Nice. Yeah. You're not a Grinch.
But yeah, what do you do in that situation though? If you're all being all Christmassy and the other person's like, nah, I'm good. I don't
know. I guess you kind of just gotta like roll with the punches. I mean, you can't make anybody like Christmas. I mean, sometimes like Christmas to some people like is about traditions and like some people get all into like baking cookies and stuff like that. Like honestly, like if I wasn't sick last week, like I was like laying there dying on the couch and I was like, God, I really want to like learn how to make gingerbread cookies because my aunt used to make them every year and they're so fucking good. She just won't do them anymore. She just got lazy. And lazy. And, like, I really wanted them. And I was like, I want to find a recipe and, like, get this stuff and do it. And I was just like, yeah. But, like, sometimes, like, making traditions, you know, you just start, like, a small tradition together. Like, whatever that may be.
Right.
Figure out what you guys both like and...
So what if the person, like, is not into it to the point where they don't want to come, they're not going to their family's house and they don't want to come to your family's house?
Oh, well. Y'all should have figured that out beforehand. I mean...
like, what if it's just... Like, what if this is your first year? Like, what if you met in February and this is your first Christmas? And it's like, nah, not into it. I don't want to go. I'm just going to stay home.
Chances are that if he's not into that, there's a lot of other shit that he hasn't been into. Or she hasn't been into. And, like... Unless the person... Like, unless when you go to your families, you're all wearing, like, matching Christmas pajamas... Like I asked my boyfriend, I was like, can we wear matching, like, can we wear ugly Christmas sweaters for Christmas this year? And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, really. And that didn't happen. So I don't know, unless it's like something like that. Like I wouldn't ask that person to go above and about like on Christmas, but you know, just be like, come eat, come hang out with the family. Like maybe don't, even though you're really excited about the things that are gonna like you're gonna be opening gifts and stuff like that. Like, maybe just, like, dumb it down for that person so that you get to spend that time with them and, you know, they can get to be part of it. Maybe they'll realize, like, all right, this isn't all that bad, you know. I enjoy hanging out with your family. Like, I can have a couple drinks with your dad or whatever the case may be. But if he's, like, totally...
If you end up going by yourself, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing. Like, that's what you have to realize is that if you're going by yourself, and this isn't a one-time thing, doesn't matter how much you love a person. Like, if you go into your family's house on Christmas is super important to you and spending that family time is super important with you, and this person is not rolling with the punches and is not compliant more or less with like your traditional things and isn't even willing to try, then you really need to rethink about having that person in your life, because you shouldn't sacrifice your happiness for because somebody else wants to sit home and be miserable. Mm-hmm. Like, you can sit home and watch 24 hours of the Christmas Story with him. That's fine, but that's not what you really want to do. You want to go spend time with your family. And, you know, if something tragic just happened to him this year and he's not in the mood to celebrate, that's one thing. But if he's just like, it's just like a Tuesday for him, and he's just like, nah, I'm not going, and it's really important to you to do those things, then don't compromise your happiness for the Grinch.
Mm-hmm. And don't be in a situation where you constantly like making excuses for why the person isn't with you, because some people go through that too. Like, the person.
Oh, where's your girlfriend? Where's your boyfriend? Oh, she's this or he's that, and like, okay.
Every time we have a celebration, huh?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, if you constantly making excuses for the person, like, maybe that's not.
Maybe you need to leave him in 2018.
Yeah.
Just a thought. So, number 4, irrationally expecting relationship milestones. I was until I got the TV. But, yeah, I mean, people do propose on Christmas. Maybe somebody will give you the key to their apartment in a little Christmas box. But to expect it, I'd be disappointed. My mom was like, do you think you're getting a ring for Christmas? I'm like, I got a TV. I don't think so. Why not? I'm like, well, because, Mom, it doesn't work like that. Stop living the dream.
It's not a Hallmark Christmas movie, Mom. That's why.
It's more like a Lifetime movie, Mom. It's going to get super dramatic before any of that happens.
How would you feel about a grand gesture like that in front of
family?
People? Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, I wouldn't care. Like, about goddamn time. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's a big part of me that thinks that, like, it is for just 2 people to have. Mm-hmm. But I guess it depends on the people and the relationship. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be, like, depending on who it was. Like, if it was, like, at a concert or something, I wouldn't like that. I don't know. But if it was, like, a small group of friends or family, I would think, oh.
Because I think some guys assume that she want her family to see.
Right.
Her parents to see.
Or sometimes, some people do.
Right, yeah.
Some people want it to be a family affair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, maybe the guy knows that your dad hates him. He's going to do it. He's going to bring out...
Or maybe the parents ask when you do it.
Oh, could you do it?
Like, because, you know, some people still go to the parents and say, I'd like to propose. You know, some people do that. I don't think that's a necessity. Especially if you know for sure they like you and they want to see you guys together.
Some people are just old-fashioned.
Yeah, but some people will go to the still, which I think is fine. I think it's a nice gesture to ask the parents' permission to. But like, sometimes the parents might say, like, "Can you do it when we're, you know, I'd love to be there when you do it," or, you know,
right.
Some people, or if you want it recorded, I guess if you don't have like some sort of contraption where you can set up the phone, maybe you kind of need somebody else there.
But I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, no.
That's not really what the holidays are about.
And I wouldn't want everybody in on it, like holding up signs and like doing some kind of like role playing and
Oh, the whole
like I'm walking down somewhere.
What is that called? Flash mobs?
Yeah, and stuff like that. And
all of a sudden, people are like shimmying down the street.
all of my friends come out of nowhere doing some choreographed dance. I'm like, why y'all let?
Okay, Johnson ever calls me and says, let's do a flash mob.
But I wouldn't, but if it's funny, I'll forget that I didn't want it. Like, I excuse the fact that I'm completely and totally embarrassed and didn't want it. If it's funny and it pulls it off. I'm like, all right, y'all got that.
Honestly, I never thought you were the type of person who would have a surprise party. When they told me like we're having a surprise party for April, I was like, ooh.
No, not at all.
I was like,
I would never want to surprise
this should be
party.
interesting. I'll be there.
But when it happens, you're like, oh wow, you went through all this trouble.
Yeah.
Thanks. But like the other part is me like, why would you? Please don't. But I said to my mom afterwards, I'm like, okay, can we make this my first and last surprise party ever in my life? Like,
You do nothing?
nothing.
You thought we were going to a comedy thing, right?
Yeah, knew nothing about it.
They were like, he's like, April thinks we're going to a comedy thing. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I knew. Because I like called and invited you. Right.
Yeah.
Like, y'all want to go? Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, you got your chance to do all this. Please don't give me no more surprise. Please don't give me no more surprise party. But yeah, I mean, if it's funny and like I see my friends having a good time doing it and they like being involved in it, I'm like, all right, you guys did a good job. I excuse the fact that this happened in front of everybody, but
right.
Yeah, I'm not a do something like that in front of everybody person. I don't even want a wedding. So.
Let alone a production for the engagement.
Right. I even said, like, don't get down on one knee. Bring me the calendar. We look at it, decide which day, and then we call down to the courthouse and make an appointment.
No, April.
At this point, that's what we're doing. And then we'll go get our rings and exchange rings. But I'm like,
April wants like it to be as easy as possible.
Like, we lived together for like 4 years. We got a kid. Like,
so what?
When you ready, just bring me the calendar.
Maybe he wants to really do those things.
He was like, what? But I said to him, you can do what you want to do.
Right. But just know I'm not expecting.
If you don't want to do all that, you can just bring me the calendar.
Right.
But I'm like, if that's what you want to do, I mean, go ahead. Do what makes you happy. Yeah. I don't really like care.
Some guys really like care about those things. Like,
right. I'm like, that if you want to do all that, I'm like, but like a Yankee game, or like, I wouldn't go to a Yankee game. I don't know baseball. But I mean, if I did it, like, please don't do it at the game. Like,
right.
Don't do that.
I don't want to be on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, don't do that.
She said no. Shit. You're like, I told you to bring me the calendar. I brought this stupid ass game.
Right. Like, nah, don't do all that now. If you want to do something, you got to do it on a small scale.
So, number 5 is couple holiday cards. # too soon. My friend was like, am I just being a fucking bitch, or is like couples holiday cards?
You mean their picture?
Yeah.
On the Christmas card. Okay.
Like, imagine me and LaVinci just sent you a card, like, Merry Christmas.
I'd be like, oh, I like getting Christmas cards.
Yeah, but that'd be fucking weird. Like, we ain't got a dog. We ain't got a kid.
Well,
like,
I mean, if y'all took like a cute picture in front of y'all tree, I think that's completely fine.
We ain't married.
Hey, listen, you're a couple. It's Christmas. You spending Christmas holidays together.
I don't know. I find it to be strange, but
I gotta say, on the other hand, I wouldn't do it. But,
I wouldn't do it either.
Right.
We don't have to worry about
but
that.
if you did do it, I'd be like, oh, this is cute. Like, I wouldn't really think.
I think you have to be dating a certain amount of time before you, like, go and take like photos by Deb and professional photos in the mall, Sears photos, and like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about like 3 months of dating and y'all sending Christmas cards.
Right.
People don't even know who that is. Like, who is that?
Even signing Christmas cards, like I mean, I don't send out Christmas cards, but I guess if like you guys, it's different because you guys. I was gonna say like if you gave a Christmas card to your new niece, but you would sign it April Johnson.
Yeah.
But that's his uncle. But I'm trying to think of anyone else like. If you give something to like your brother's kids, do you sign it April Johnson?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah.
April Johnson and Kanye, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, now what else do we have? Juggling family visits, sharing the time. My mom used to always tell me you should marry an orphan because she doesn't want me to have to, like, leave on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. But then she'll give her speeches about how she used to spend half of that, like, one holiday. 1 year she'd go to her mother-in-law's. 1 year she'd go to her mother's. And then we would do Christmas Eve with my mom's mom, and then Christmas Day with my dad's mom.
Somehow it usually works itself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually works
I'm fine with going to my mom's part of the day and then going to his mom's the other part of the day.
Because some people eat dinner a little early, and then some people eat later. Some people get together later. Like everybody gets to the house at 5, and some people everybody gets to the house at 1.
Right.
So it's almost like you got like 3 hours, 4 hours over here, 4 hours over there.
Right. So sometimes it's hard, but I think everyone finds a way to make it work. Family drama at these visits. It's inevitable. It happens.
Yeah, sit back and enjoy the show as long as you ain't involved.
Right.
Don't involve me in the drama. I just want to see what's going on.
Don't involve yourself either.
Yeah.
I remember once Luigi's brother was like, "Jen, you're a social worker. What do you think?" I was like, I was like, I'm
still studying.
I'm like, how did I get involved in this? So I was like, you don't want me to tell you what I think. God damn it. Holiday traditions versus non-tradition or new tradition. What is that? Did you write that?
Oh yeah. Like following. I think we kind of touched on it, but like following holiday traditions, or do you like people that's we talked about it. People that's super traditional about Christmas, but versus people who like kind of nonchalant about it. Like, I don't really do that. I don't really do that. Like, I don't wear sweaters. I don't bake cookies.
I don't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, I bake cookies every year. No, I'm good. Like, how do you balance? Like you said, you can't force somebody to do something, but at the same time, you can't just like stir up this cookie dough real quick. Like,
you gotta like ask them to try to get involved. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to go to FAO Schwartz and maybe go see the tree this year, but I don't know. That's my goal.
I think I would have to like shoot my kid with a tranquilizer dart to get him out of FAO Schwartz. Like, I'm not buying you no $100 nothing up in here. But yeah, I did thought about. I mean, last year he loved the Rockefeller tree, and I really wanted to take him back, but it was a nightmare. It really was a nightmare, and I'm just like, I can't. I mean, I'm not a super. I don't get super bad anxiety or anything. My anxiety level was through the roof. I'm like, I hope I still have my wallet. Like, that's how everybody's on top of you, and you're literally getting carried down the sidewalk.
Damn.
I'm like, I hope I got my wallet and my phone. Because you know how the pickpockets are, like, from that Will Smith movie Focus?
Yeah, they're quick.
You should be in upstate New York by the time you realize it's gone. Like, oh, boy. So I was just like, I cannot do it. It's horrible because, you know, a kid likes that stuff. You want to take them to see it. But it would be cool to go to FAO Schwartz.
Is it a pop-up store or it's like permanent?
I think it's a new company took over and reopened it. That's what I thought one of the articles said.
Are you on Friday?
I ain't on no day.
Alright. Culture shock, race dealing with different, I guess, cultures and races.
Yeah, like if you go to somebody's house and there's like curry chicken and rice and peas and...
Yeah, I was really surprised on Thanksgiving. That was the most like spiced up turkey I've ever seen. I was like, damn, white people do not put salt on their food. It's true.
But yeah, like if you go, like maybe it is your first Christmas and you go to somebody's house and it's food you've never really had or things going on that you've never did or you don't know about or due to culture.
Like at Christmas Eve, we don't eat meat. So if we weren't allergic, as well, me and I'm not really, but my mom. So what we would usually eat is, we have cod, and we have spaghetti with olive oil, and we have shrimp. But there should really be like 6 more fishes. So there has to be, there should be 7. So usually we would have galamad and scungili, which is fucking octopus. And a bunch of other creepy other crawler fish that even to me is like, eh. But like if you didn't know and you came to my house, you'd be like, what in the fuck is this seafood shit going on here? But we don't eat it, so we don't eat meat. It's a cultural thing. So.
And that would be something that, you know, somebody else might, not know or need to come in and kind of feel their way around.
Right. Like, what? We're not having meat today? Like, no, that's for tomorrow.
And I'm up in there like, Ooh, spaghetti with olive oil. Yes. This is gonna be the Parmesan cheese.
So good.
I love plain spaghetti. I mean, I drizzled a little Italian dressing on it. Forget it. I'm good. Yeah, food and certain things. I guess certain cultures do during the holidays might not be what you do.
Right.
Your culture or your family or.
Kwanzaa is what, the day after Christmas or 2 days after Christmas?
Yeah, day after. Yeah. So I guess if you're dating somebody you're white, the person's a black, or you're Korean and the person's Hispanic, you're gonna get there and it's not gonna be what you used to. So like maybe that person in particular from the family that you're dating might be like Americanized or born here, but you're gonna get there with aunts and uncles and parents that's not necessarily born here and still engage in certain things. So you gotta be
open-minded,
mindful about that and try. Like I think it's important. Maybe I'm not saying try something that like grosses you out or you think you're gonna vomit if you try it. But like maybe you should have a little taste. I mean, especially if I always say eat the chicken. It's chicken. If you don't know I always tell my boyfriend. He said I never thought about that, and I always hear your voice in my head when I go somewhere new. Order chicken. You can't go wrong. You may not like it, but at least it's chicken.
It's chicken.
You don't feel like, oh my God, what meat is this? What animal is this? You freaking yourself out if you don't know what you're eating. So just order chicken. And then if you like the chicken, you probably like the other dishes. If you like the way the chicken is seasoned and the way it's cooked or the way it tastes, chances are you're going to like everything else. Everything's probably pretty much seasoned the same way.
True.
So, but if you go to somebody's house, like I've been I've watched these things happen where people go and there's another culture food or another thing going on and they don't eat anything and they don't engage with anything and they don't want to try anything. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I can't date somebody that's like, this is all I eat and I'm not trying nothing else. I'm not doing it. Like I can't, that's not I just can't. You gotta have a little open mind, like I said. I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm not eating nobody's liver.
You ever see blood sausage?
Yeah. Like I'm not eating anything super rare. I'm not. Like it's just some things you're not gonna do. I get it, but like I said, if you see some cooked chicken, some fried chicken, like sometimes I go, just put a little dab on your plate. You don't like it, don't eat it. Right. Just put a little bit. Like. Somebody, and you're gonna have those people that's like, that's all you're gonna have. Like,
yes.
I had a little bit a couple hours ago, so I'm just having a little bit of everything. That's all. But just try a little bit. Try the chicken and the rice. It can't be that bad unless it's super duper spicy. Get you one little piece.
In that case, tell me where you got it.
Right, but just get you one little piece. And just taste it. That's all.
Alright, in conjunction with number 2, which was meeting the parents, what if the parents or the people in the family don't like you?
Yeah, that's rough.
That damn. Next! That's April's advice.
My thing is don't try to make them like you because it's not going to work.
Right, just be yourself.
Yeah, just continue being yourself. I mean, if you're somewhere big, like if you did something and that's why they don't like you, like, if you went there and got drunk and started acting a plumb fool, like, okay, that don't count, because that's what. But, like, if you was just kind of being yourself and they just something about you is not vibing with these people, or you might be in a situation where his mama don't like nobody that he bring home just because she don't want her son, whatever.
And that's also the part about telling your family too much about your relationship, because if you fucked up during the year, or he fucked up during the year, and now you bring this person to the dinner table and they know about it.
Right. Everybody has formed their own conclusion in their mind.
Right.
And then the person they heard not now one of the other person's side of the story.
But they already
just heard you, and you the brother and the cousin and the son, so they just believe you.
Right.
So you might be in that situation, but just my advice would be like, don't embarrass yourself and don't worry about it and don't try to make nobody like you just because it's not gonna work.
And I wouldn't not go because of it. I think sometimes putting your best foot forward and just showing your face and showing that you're not afraid to, face the family and whatever the case may be. And
you're saying if you already know they don't like you before you get there.
Right.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, just go. You're not there necessarily for them. You're there for your significant other, and you're showing that you're supporting them and that you have their back. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, his mom may not like you. It's not the end of the world.
And then sometimes you gotta, and I don't mean to sound like calculated or but sometimes you gotta go on strategy and not emotion. Mm-hmm. And part of that is, like you say, you're not there for them. You're there for the significant other. And part of that is for you to be able to, in his mind, y'all give her a hard time, but she still come because I asked her. Because I asked her to come.
Right.
So maybe you guys need to chill out.
Right.
That kind of puts him on your side a bit. Mm-hmm. Like, you guys were really nasty to her, and she came again anyway. Because I said, I really want you there. So maybe for him, that's a little bit of a something.
It's showing him something.
Yeah. So sometimes you can't be like emotional. Like,
and it shows them something, too. Because eventually they're going to be like, you know what? Maybe she is a strong person of character, and
she
does love him. So,
like some people will come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, she put up with us. Oh, she was able to. She dealt with us."
Right.
I'm like, why did I have to deal with y'all? Why can't we just get along from it? But yeah, it's like you said, it's like a certain level of respect.
Every time we leave my boyfriend's family, he apologizes. I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
I'm like, did you not see my family?
My aunt cussing out.
Right, like you have nothing to apologize for. Like. This is nothing I've never seen before. Yeah. Calm yourself. I don't need apologies.
But yeah, sometimes you can't be like, his mom doesn't like me, and I don't want to go because his sister doesn't like me. And last year, that's emotion. Sometimes you gotta bring all that down and say, listen, what I need to find a reason why I'm going.
Unless they say, don't bring that bitch.
Right. You ain't welcome in my house, bitch, ever again.
Right.
If somebody my mother always told me, and I still follow that, somebody tell you to get out their house.
Leave.
And don't come the fuck back, don't go the fuck back. I don't care if they dead, don't go back to their damn house.
Damn.
If somebody don't want you in their house, don't go back. Like, because you don't know what's going to happen when you get there.
Number 11, curbing your family members' embarrassing questions. If your partner has an awkward family history or those weird questions about your family planning and life goals. Yeah, I don't know, because my mom is just like, so when you guys getting married? Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, please stop asking him, because it's putting him on the spot, and he gets really upset about it.
Or if you, like I said, let's say you, like some family members, it's almost like you gotta give them a little pep talk. Like,
right.
Like, let's say you, like, that's a good example. Like, your mother said, like, get with an orphan.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want that family member, like, so you never met your biological? Like, come on.
Right.
Like, don't ask people. Like, there's some questions you just don't ask people. You have a family member that will ask them. Like, it's almost like you have to, like, Mom, please give her a pep talk. Do not ask him just don't ask nothing. Just say, hi, how you doing? Don't say nothing else. But there's some people that, and I don't know if you step in or if you just let it, like, hang in the air until somebody else says something. It's like if somebody asks your significant other like something that you're embarrassed by because you know the answer.
Right.
And maybe that person kind of like, but they shouldn't have been asking it.
Right.
Like, have you found a job yet? You know? And you're like, it's like, what do you say? Like, if, everybody's at the table knows your significant other's unemployed.
It's Christmas. That's not what we're here for.
Right.
We can talk about this another time. How about you keep it moving?
Right.
Like, have you found a job yet? No?
Mm-hmm.
No? You're still a housewife? Okay, Mom.
Right.
have a seat.
You ever see those Thanksgiving memes where it's like the clapback? Thanksgiving clapback?
No.
And it goes like, he said like, oh, like it says like, oh, Aunt so and so, like, oh, dang, yeah, I don't know, like, oh, that relationship was short, and it was like, oh, Sandra, short as your ponytail, like it's like a little clapback you have for like the aunt that always got something to say. It was one that was like short as your last marriage. Like it was something kind of. It was like Thanksgiving clapback, and it was always like an answer back to that aunt that always want to
have something to
kind
say.
of come at you.
Sometimes you need to get up on them before you get to the house.
Yeah. And it's almost like, too, it's a little weird because you don't want to, like, emasculate the guy.
Right.
By feeling like you got to defend him or cut it off so he doesn't have to answer when he feels like I'm man enough to answer. Like, it's like a weird situation.
We went to a party the other weekend, and my boyfriend was like, can your friends not ask me about when we're getting married? Because, like, I'm not in the mood for those questions tonight. And I was just like, I didn't tell them to ask you last time.
Right, and
like,
how am I going to stop them if I don't know when they're going to
right.
say it? Should I make an announcement when we get there?
And, like, of course, it was fucking Tanya who said, like, oh, no, we'll party at Jen's wedding. And I'm just like, let's keep on the conversation moving. Let's go. I'm just like, all right, well, we don't want to go to your boyfriend's wedding because he's going to be in jail. Just kidding. It's a clock back. You got to just get back. Anyway.
My new answer is whenever. That's my new answer. Because we get asked all the time, when are we having another kid and when are we getting married? I'm like, why? Are you going to help us? Like, are you going to pay for some of it? Like, I just don't understand why people ask people that. Like, I just don't understand. Why is that a thing? Stop.
Be like, when Jesus Christ allows it.
Yeah, like...
I'll be like, oh, I'm going to pray.
I'm just like, I'm not... Or one of my new answers is, because I have this thing in my head in 2019 that I don't have to, like, be, like, super nice. So I'm just like, I'm not in a rush. And I'm not in a rush to get married. I'm kind of just not. I'm just like, it happened when it happened. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like, Johnson, you know, December 2018. Like, I'm just like, whatever. It'll happen. You know, I just... So when people ask me, I'm like...
Don't worry, I'm the psycho on the podcast.
I'm like, what difference does it... Like, what difference does it make? If we get married May 2019 or October 2020? And once I give you a date, then what?
Right.
Are you never going to ask me again? Like, is that... Like, sometimes I've been asking myself, like, when people ask questions, I'm like, and then what? What does the answer have to do with your life? Like... October 8th, 2021. Now where are we going with this? Like, it makes you want to give the person an answer to see what else they have.
You should be like, October 43rd, 2043.
Never wary. 2020. You know what, though? Instead of not answering or dreading the answer, have a funny answer.
Yeah. That's
what people should need to start doing. And maybe the person will get embarrassed and not ask you anymore.
Tell them February 29th. They'll be over there looking like, is it leap year this year?
Yeah. So like, tell them April 32nd. April 31st. They'll just say something that's like a little, you don't know, like April 31st.
Yeah.
And then they gotta think.
You're like, is it 31
days? Is it 31 days? Yeah. And by that time, you're like in the kitchen. So they can't even like follow up with you because you're in the kitchen already.
Yeah, that's
like April 31st, 2020, and keep walking. And then they like some people, it so doesn't matter to their life that they're not even gonna notice that that's not a real day because it has no bearing on their life when you get married. You're probably not gonna invite the people that's asking you 5 million times anyway. Right. So it's just like, but yeah, have a funny answer. Maybe that'll,
Never worry.
Instead of dreading it, have a funny answer.
I like that. I'm so with that.
Yeah. Because it's like, you may as well have fun with it because people are not going to stop asking you.
And you can't ask them to stop asking you, per se.
Right. They're not going to stop.
You can't preface the conversation like, can you not ask me? No
right.
Shit?
All you can really do is say, I don't know, or kind of brush it off or have a funny answer.
All right. So. We're almost done here. I like the last one because number 13 we kind of did that one. Right. And kind of number 14 too, right? Or no?
Yeah, we did 14.
So the last one, if your partner still gets weird around your families and friends, like you guys have been dating a long time and, you bring him or her around and she's still like super quiet or super like a introvert, how do you handle that?
If your partner's introverted.
But they just get weird. Like, your partner's outgoing. Like, you know that person's fun and outgoing to be around. But when they get around your family or your friends, they're like...
They get a little shy.
Yeah. And you're like, dude, you've been here 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I mean, alcohol helps, but like...
Yeah, people probably won't really come out of that unless there's really some kind of deeper connection made between, like, you know what I mean?
My friends had a holiday party over the weekend, and my friend who never brings anyone brought this guy, and as soon as she walked out, like, literally the girls were, like, getting up to make sure she left, and, like, I was, like, already sitting on the couch, so, like, they're all like, come here. They're like, what did you think of him? I'm like, he was nice. Mm-hmm. And, like, they had met him one other time before. And they were like, no, he was a lot more outgoing last time we met him. I'm like, yeah, but it was the two of you last time he met y'all. Like, this time it was, like, men and other couples and other people and kids. You know, like, it's a lot going on here. And then, like, they kind of went into this whole thing about, like, how they hated my ex-boyfriend, Noble, and how he was rude and all this other shit. And about how my current boyfriend is, like, much more outgoing and talkative. And I'm like, that's because he's been doing fucking shots with your husband. Like, like, if not, he's still kind of quiet into himself. And, the guys were like, you girls are being fucking ridiculous. Like, I didn't think there was anything wrong with them. I can understand coming into a room and just kind of being like, you know.
And guys don't understand.
And the guys are like, you should leave him alone. Like, he was fine. I didn't see anything wrong with him. Right. And some of the girls were just like, no, he was, like, really, like, quiet. And I'm like, we've all known each other for 25 years. Yeah, that's a long time. Like, we have jokes that even our fucking significant others don't get. Yeah. Like, it's a different vibe.
Different situation,
So, I mean, also give these people a break. I mean, but do whatever you can to make them comfortable and let them know, you know. You know, sometimes, like, families break off and, like, a couple of you will go in one room and play a game or watch a movie. Right. You know, go do that.
And it is a little weird to strike up a conversation with somebody you don't know much about, to say, oh, did you watch the Giants? Like, if you don't know if the person watches football or not, or... It's just kind of weird to just come out of nowhere with something unless you kind of, like, know a bit about the person to say, oh, like, did you finally finish fixing that car you bought? You know, like, to ask the person stuff like that. It's a little weird to come out of nowhere. Right. You know, and just start talking to somebody about something and if you don't know them that well, so. True. And the other part of acting different is if your partner acts different around their friends and family. Different as in a little more maybe obnoxious, a little more like, whoa, who are you? That kind of thing. Like, that's not how you are when we're like out with us. What is this? Or if they're usually kind of like quiet and kind of not tight, but like just regular around you.
Tis the season for observation.
Right, and then they get around their family and they're like the frat brother. You're like, oh, at the frat house. Or, like, what about that person who gets around their friends and family, drinks a little more than usual, and starts embarrassing them?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then, I'm sorry, I was drunk. What do you do? I don't know.
Bye, bitch.
Well, yeah, I do. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say I don't know. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah.
You can't embarrass me, drunk or not.
Especially by the time, I'm sorry, but by the time I feel like you hit 22, you know your limits. Yeah, you know your limits. So you start legally drinking at 21, but come on. Like, legally you can drink at 21, but come on. Everybody got drunk before they turned 21. Right. So at least by you 22, 23, you know how many drinks is enough. So we 35, and you was drunk, I didn't know what I was doing. It's not a valid excuse. Yeah.
I hope you guys all have a very Merry Christmas. And hope Santa brought you something that you like. But, actually, you'll hear this before Christmas. So, anything else, April?
No, that's it. Merry Christmas, guys.
If anything exciting happens on your holiday visits, please write to us at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. And we're at bedlovebeyond on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, just everywhere. You know where to find us at Bed Love Beyond. And it's 201-823-BED.
Not 823.
No, 826.
862.
862-BED.
Yeah.
God damn, it April's like, no. April's not even looking at her phone. She's like, no, that's not it.
923.
862-BED. You can text us. Our little texting friend, I believe, stopped texting us, but we're glad that he did. And more of you can text us and tell us all of your deep, dark Christmas secrets. And that's it.